Hello and welcome.
Hey!
We're here live for Painting Up the Monster Manual, our Thursday afternoon show. Oh, Richard, I haven't seen you in ages.
I know, it's been so long.
Oh God, I think it's literally been 13 hours.
I know, it's fucking horrible. I need to see your face again.
Oh, well, I like seeing yours as well. How are you, buddy?
I'm alright. I'm not too bad. I'm finally sort of awake, I think.
Yeah, me too. This morning was a lot of sleeping for me. I was really here.
That would be awesome, but you know.
Well, yeah, I actually managed some sleep, which was interesting. And yeah, I took the dog out this morning, sat back on the sofa after the kids got breakfast, and I just woke up at 11 o'clock. I was like, oh, fucking hell, I've got a show to do. So it was like, all right, here we go. Hey, chat, how are you all doing? Good to see you all. Hey, ZZ, hey, Herbalist. Hey, I haven't seen you guys since last night either. Yeah, we're back. We're going to be painting up the Marilith, which you can see next to me, this side, just here, which is this badass snake queen. Yeah. These things are fucked up. They're really fucked up. They make fantastic bosses, I think, for many different reasons, and we'll get to that in a little bit, and we'll talk about the monster, we'll talk about the stat block, but they are pretty cool. But today, I think we're going to be a little bit more special in what we're doing, because although we're still going to try and keep it to the hour, we are using airbrushes, which, personally, I'm now terrified, because this is Richard's domain. And I'm like, oh God, there's so much to work with here. And I think this is going to be a lot of me asking Richard how the fuck you paint today. Because, yeah, I mean, this model, where's this model from, Richard?
So this is from Cast and Play.
Is it?
Yes, I forgot to actually get the picture for it again. Yeah, this is from Cast and Play, and what's awesome is we've managed to work it so that we've both got different versions, because I forgot to do the same as you.
Then put the ring on the back of it.
Oh, yeah, mine's ringless.
Yeah, so I think that's what's going to screw me over, and what I'm scared of is that. Yeah.
Is it attached anywhere other than the back?
Say again?
Is it attached to anywhere other than the back of the waist?
So it's attached up at the hair.
So you couldn't even just pull it off?
No, I wouldn't want to. It looks like it's attached to the scales as well at the back here. It's properly in there. But yeah, it's fine. I'm going to go for it. I don't know what colours I'll do on that yet. I might do it a demonic colour. I might do it a gold colour. I don't know yet. I might just try and make it the antithesis of the angels that we did. So if I can get like blacks and reds in there, I think that could be quite cool. But I don't know yet. We'll see. But it's a big mini. It's a big mini. Hey, Dragon School Studios, and he said, Dibs then. Hey, Dragon School, how you doing? Yeah, we're going to airbrush it today, though. So I guess the first thing to do is talk about who Richard is and to hear how perfected this next 30-second is. Go.
I am Richard. I'm from Where Prints 3D. I am a one-stop shop for all your 3D printing needs, from the very little to the 30-minute to tabletop stuff. I can even do the 10mm stuff if, you know, that's your boat. No, it's not really me, but no, good luck.
That's my boat.
75mm collectibles, to big statues, to terrain pieces, to cosplay bits and pieces, to pretty much anything I can fit on my printer that you would like. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Etsy, Bandit Badgers over here with DragonBorn Industries. You can find me on the street corner peddling my wares, hopefully trying to earn a tenner. And you can find me on Wednesday night now with our new painting show as well. On Twitching, streaming place.
Dragon School Studios Twitch channel. Yeah, we're tired. You can tell that the boys are tired today. To which end then, Richard, obviously I did mention it before the stream, we're going to go above level 3 for your character this week, so, you know, 10 to 12, something like that. If you've got that good to go, then we'll talk about that in a moment. But I want to bring up some of the pictures that you sent this week, because we didn't do it last time, actually. So, these are some of the things...
This time I spent them to you about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, these are actually some of the things, and I've not looked through them yet, so you're going to get my live audio reaction. Richard's currently got going on at the moment with his little business. So it's not real job though, is it, Richard?
No, it's not real job, apparently.
It's not real job being self-employed. Here we go. So, oh fuck! Look at that.
This month from Miniatures of Madness, their scene this month is fucking awesome. Literally just a gnome artificer with little autumn bots around. The bots are all separate, even including the furnace and the two at the back. And I'm going to be making one of them my little pet for my gnome artificer as well.
I was going to say, we literally mentioned last night that your character's a gnome artificer.
Yep.
Why do we keep saying artificer?
He's great at something.
That's very, very cool. I like that a lot. I really like the blueprints on the wall. It's so cool. Like all the little... I'm a big fan of that. I like it. I like it a lot. And this is Artisan Guild.
And this month's Artisan Guild, which
Damn.
is a banging month. This month has really sort of been a bit shocking with the bloody quality of this. And the, I say versatility. So a lot of these characters I'm actually going to be using for characters. The main guy there with the staff and the magic thing is finally someone I found for my paladin, because he has a version where he's got a two-handed sword.
Nice. That's amazing. That's really, really cool. There he is.
So, yeah, this guy here. And I love it, it's wicked.
Damn, I mean, look at that helm under that cloak. That's fucking badass.
Yeah.
You know,
and again, you can have the helm version with the magic casting off the book and the staff. It's all modular, so it's fantastic.
Yeah, I think I found our fantasy one for the Wednesday night paint hangout.
Yay!
That's fucking awesome, riding a wyvern.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool! Oh, I do like a lancer. I do like a polearm. That's very Final Fantasy for me. Like, I imagine that guy's going to jump and then, like, on the next turn land on your enemy and cause 9999 damage.
Stab him in the forehead.
Yeah, oh, I like that a lot. These are cool, man. These are really, really cool.
And these are fantastic. So, I mean, the brilliant part of this as well is they can be character models, they can be fucking bandit models, they can be town guard, all sorts.
Yeah, I was literally looking at them and I was like town guard or sergeants and captains and stuff. Like, that guy there, imagine in the middle of the night, like, your party have been robbing somewhere and he's like, hey! And then you, like, set up a map and that guy's there and, like, all the ones behind with the helmet version and the glaive could be your standard soldiers, and then this guy with the torch is your captain or your sergeant. That's amazing. That's fucking badass. That's your barbarian. That's your.
And I love that they finally done a proper warhammer.
Yeah.
So warhammers were not huge, massive torso-sized things. They were like that. They were a bit bigger than sledgehammers, and they were fucking brutal.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. That's so cool. Pirate, can't go wrong. Like, rogue, pirate, / flaming sword.
Flash, awesome.
Yeah. Who doesn't love a badass bitch? Oh, I do love a mage.
I love this model as well. Just the stance of it is awesome. Obviously, not the back one. It always has a pin-up and multiple versions, but yeah, it's awesome. And it also comes I think it might be coming up next, but there's a mounted version as well. That's one of the cool ones. That
for me is like, yeah, I love that wavy blade like the Soul Reaver. Like, that for me is just one of those things that I just adore. And like the heraldry of having like your bannerman as well. That's town guard stuff right there for like city walls or castles. Man, they have got it going on this time, haven't they?
Fuck yeah. I tell you what, and also I'm hoping next one's going to be orcs. Because he put up a thing that he got bored, so he drew up an orc, and compared to his old ones, it's phenomenal. So this mount comes as either a unicorn or a Pegasus version.
Yeah, that's badass. That's cool. See, that's a pose we don't get enough, like shield up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arrows incoming.
Yeah. Oh, they've nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
Wyvern riders are awesome.
Yeah. Because like you could like as well, like looking at those, you could paint those up to be drow, or you could paint them up to be orcs. They could literally be anything. They're so well done.
The other benefit as well is the riders throughout artisan sets, you can 9 times out of 10 swap them over. So I've got a drow set.
Yeah.
You can put the drow riders on the wyverns.
That's very cool. They're pretty badass. Like I've got to say, like they've obviously absolutely nailed it this month. That's very cool. So yeah, I mean, if you are looking to get some pretty cool artisan miniatures from Richard, those ones are obviously. Are they in store now?
They're going to be in store this week. They are up early on the Instagram. We're going to put them up today for the follower exclusive discount bundle sort of thing.
Yeah, that's very, very cool. I definitely want the Paladin. Zizi said she needs some wyverns. Yeah. I You got people facing wyverns in your campaign now, have you? Those low-end, not dragon fights.
The poor armless dragons.
So, I guess there's no putting this off any longer. We need to talk about the Marilith, because they are brutal. I can only describe them as demonic
Bitches.
Yeah. So, lore-wise, no, I just need them, says ZZ. Lore-wise, the Marilith is essentially an upper demon for the armies of the demon lords. You're going to find them mostly on battlefields where they command great amounts of forces. Things like the Hezro, the Mains, all of those kind of lesser demons. The Marilith is sort of their general level commanders. And 9 times out of 10, I think the lore states that if you were to use official lore and go in that way, that if you were to face a screaming horde of demons, a Marilith will be at the front of them as a vanguard leader rushing towards you, and that is mimicked in their stat blocks and in their capabilities, because oh boy, these things are a CR 16 creature, which the reason I've said to Richard you could go 10 to 12, and I'm assuming you've taken the level 12. Yeah, obviously. Obviously. Because their action economy is fucking insane. And even at level 10 to 12 as a single character, I don't know how Richard's character is going to fare, because they've got a multitude, a plethora, a smorgasbord of
a shitload.
And it doesn't end. It's their action economy matches an entire party, which is saying something. So I'm going to go in and look at the Marilith first as the stat block, and then we'll go from there. So they are a large fiend demon of chaotic evil nature. They have an armor class natural armor of 18, which is CR 16. That's not bad. You know, we can see plus 20 in CR 16 up monsters, so armor class isn't all that high. Hit points 189 as raw, whereas it's 18 d10, so that's 180, plus 90 for a total of 270 if you were to max out rolling. They have a 40-foot speed, so they're quick. They're really quick. Then, when we look at the stat block, it is all in the pluses, and it's not good. So, the strength plus 4, dex plus 5, con plus 5, intelligence plus 4, wisdom's its dump stat at a plus 3, and charisma plus 5. They are not fucking about with this creature. Its stats are going to save its ass from your spellcasters, from or area of effect. They're going to save it from so many different things, to the point where its saving throws, its strength is plus 9, its con is plus 10, its wisdom is plus 8, and its charisma is plus 10. Again, yeah, it's not fucking about. Which does tell us, though, that it doesn't have intelligence and it doesn't have dexterity saving throws. So when it comes to saving throws, actually, it's only got the plus 5 from the dex, and its intelligence has only got the plus 4. It could still be enough to survive a lot of things if they roll high, but that's where you're going to want to be hitting it up. As for resistances, we see all of the demonic resistances. So half damage from lightning, cold, fire, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magical attacks, and it is immune to both condition and damage poison. So laying damage on this thing is going to be hard. It has true sight for 120 feet, so if this thing's guarding a demon lord or something, it ain't going to be bothered by your invisibility, by any kind of minor illusion, any disguising self, stuff like that. They have true vision. Ethereal plane, if you're trying to sneak through on that, it can see through into the ethereal plane. It's 120 feet. That's pretty much the I can see through you range. It's insane. Then we've got languages. It's got abyssal and 120 foot of telepathy as well, so it's in your mind. It can communicate with you. It's not going to read your mind, but it can communicate with you that way. So, its proficiency bonus as well, which is something we don't often talk about, is a plus 5. So if it needs to improvise something, you get that as well. We're still not done though, because it's still got more. With the magic resistance, like a lot of the upper demons have. It has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects, which is going to make your spellcasters really fucking struggle. Your paladins are going to come in clutch here, but everything else is going to really struggle. Magic weapon. The Marilith weapon attacks are magical. So, this is important, because I do believe things like Path of the Totem Warrior, for Barbarian, magical attacks still count and are not halved, are they? So this is important. This is a Barbarian killer right here. And we'll talk about why that's so brutal in a minute. But they have an ability called Reactive. This is bad. This is, the Marilith can take one reaction every turn in combat. That's not legendary actions, that's not 2 to 3 of those, that is every time a player takes a turn, it can take a reaction. That is dangerous. That is, however many people are in your party, that's attacks of opportunity, or its other reaction, parry, which is essentially, the Marilith can add 5 to its AC. So an AC of 18, which I said was quite low, we're now putting that up to a 23 per turn if something hits. That's your paladin stopper right there. So, I mean, we're looking at essentially sword slinging between party members and this Marilith to keep it distracted while spellcasters just try and get something on there. And then we need to talk about its actions, because this is where the fun begins. The Marilith makes 7 attacks with its 6 with its longsword and 1 with its tail. 7 attacks. That's ridiculous. It's fucking wild. I mean, I don't know if that is the most in a game. Well, in D&D, I certainly think that's the most I've ever come across for a monster. It's...
That's the most I've come across for a monster.
Yeah, these things are bad. So let's have a look at the attacks it can do. So the longsword, which only has a reach of 5 foot, so that's where, if it had something that can give it longer reach, like a polearm, and be 10 foot, oh boy. But it has a +9 to hit, so it's not all of that at level 16. It does 2d8 plus 4 slashing damage, so the damage is low. So when we look at those big 3, we're classing the armor as 23 and its stat block and its hit points as up there. 2d8 plus 4 at CR 16, that's really low. But it adds up, doesn't it? Because if 6 of those hit, oh boy. Then the tail, which is a 10-foot reach, and it can only use that once, is a +9 to hit, but it's 2d10 plus 4. And that's bludgeoning damage, and if the target is medium or smaller, it is grappled. That's a problem. The DC to escape that is 19, and until the grapple ends, the target is restrained. The Marilith can automatically hit the target with its tail, and the Marilith can't make tail attacks against another target. So it gets advantage on all of its swords. It automatically gets to hit with its tail again every turn if you're not out of it, but it can't grab somebody else. We're not done. There's more. It's so fucking unreal. Teleport. As an action, instead of taking those 7 attacks, the Marilith magically teleports along with any equipment it's carrying or wearing up to 120 feet to an unoccupied space it can see. The joyous thing about this is that if it gets restrained, grappled, if it's put in a place where it can't get out and it's got the melee fighters in the party all over it, it can move, no attacks of opportunity. It takes away the reactions of the party. That's insane. How you feeling, Richard?
I've just added a few more items to my character.
Yeah, you add what you need to. You add what you need to. So, let's talk about Richard's character. Richard, what have you rolled up?
I have rolled up Heris Nancy. This is my Dark Elf cleric, who is now a Warthog. Because he was a Divine cleric, and I'm a fucking Divine cleric.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's have a look at what's going on in chat before we jump into this. So, hey Dibs, welcome in. Hope you're doing all right. Hey, and thanks, Dragon Skull and Dibs, for the subscribe. Thank you very much. Do I get a prize for that? For 6 months? Ooh, don't know. Dragon Skull's got you up there at 10 months, so ooh, they're on a 9-month streak. But no, we're very grateful, very, very grateful for the like, subs and all of that. There's nothing much else to do apart from get into this. How many hit points have you got?
I maxed them out of 120.
Okay. Hello, the Mist Lounge. How are you doing? This is, yeah, I don't know how this is going to go, because depending on what you've got, depending on what you do, this could be absolutely wild. But it could also go the other way. And obviously we are airbrushing this, and I need to put on a timer. I'm already going to say I don't think I can get this done in an hour with an airbrush, because I'm not used to doing it, but I think you probably could.
So the problem is airbrush is great, but it's obviously, it's the smaller details. I will not finish this in an hour.
Oh, okay.
I reckon I can get a lot of the flesh done, the scales, and get the stuff done I want to do with the airbrush. But at the same time, obviously, stuff needs to dry. It's going to have to mask a couple of little, only a little, put a little bits off, and it's going to be one of those. It won't be done in an hour, but it might be sort of tabletop ready.
That is the point of the show. Okay then. War Cleric of the Drow. Are you ready? We're going to set a scene. You wake up. Maybe it's been a tiring day, and the Abyss and its people and the Blood War have been moving, and the Underdark is so close in terms of that barrier between the realms that sometimes things spill through. And part of being... Are you male, by the way, or female?
Male.
Male. So part of being in the male side of the Drow society is that, unfortunately, the front lines is where you are sent. And maybe it's like trenches of, you know, our wars, or maybe it's something like tunnels and these darkened areas. But sleeping comes with the breach of the demonic and the abyssal creatures, and you go to sleep off duty in this area that you are charged with watching, and all of a sudden you wake up and you're in full armor, and almost you're not sure if you're dreaming, you're not sure if you've been teleported, you're not sure if you've been fallen through one of these holes in the planes of existence, and around you, your entire detachment of other drow males are all slaughtered. They have great gouges and slashing marks across their face and their throats. One of them looks heavily contorted, like they've been crushed to death in the middle. And you're already sweaty, you're panting. Could you take up 120 hit points for me, please? No, okay. But it's like you've run a mile, or you've in heavy armor, or you've already been fighting and you're panting away, and you just hear the movement of something like stone, like moving closer and closer. You steady yourself. You move around the corner and you see its head, this almost beautiful woman-like upper body with these long pointed ears, not unlike a drow, but a different skin tone, more of that of like a very tanned elf, like a high elf. But then their head turns towards you with this amazing beauty, and then you see the rest of the body. These 6 arms, all wielding swords, this long human body that turns into scales at the lower abdomen, that then rise out like a long serpent beneath them, and their head, and they start coming towards you. I need you to roll initiative for me, please, bud.
Nice.
Because I didn't describe, you're in a cave, in a big old cave, with loads of stalagmites and types everywhere. Okay, so I've rolled an 18 on the. Oh, sorry, after you.
It's a big old car freshener. So I'm just clicking spells quickly because I didn't realise.
Okay, so I've rolled an 18 on the dice, and its initiative is only the +5 with the dex. That's a 23 for me.
23.
What'd you roll?
Just be a second, I'm just clicking buttons quickly so I can get back to the menu. One more battle. We are going to go for...
And to do that, I'm going to start with topaz skin through my airbrush. Because Richard said he's starting with the flesh, so now I'm like, I need to do that too, because I don't know what I do.
22 initiative.
22, okay, so I am going to be going first. I will say they are at least 60 feet away from you. As you come around the corner, they make eye contact, and their eyes almost glow with a yellow snake serpent-like eyes. There! And they start slithering towards you. They will move 40 feet. Will they? Nah, you know what? Actually, they're not going to move. They're just going to teleport. They look like they lunge towards you, and you maybe like ready yourself. Maybe what weapon have you got?
I unsheath my holy avenger. Longsword.
Of course you do. Who wouldn't take that? You unsheath the holy avenger, and as they lunge towards you, maybe you like steady yourself on your back foot, moving, shifting your weight across, and all of a sudden, they're behind you. And it's almost like you're not sure how they move so quick, how they got to you so quickly, but they're there. That's going to be their action. Now. Can I do anything? No, that is going to be it as they are behind you. Yeah, that's it. Sure, go.
Okay, I'm gonna get another of my airbrushes.
I'm using some Vallejo airbrush thinner on top of the Fanatics War Paint Topaz skin. I'm just doing some back mixing. I'm going to grab a paintbrush and mix it up a little bit further just to make sure it all is hunky-dory in there.
Alright, so this thing is right up with me now, yeah?
Oh, it's literally behind you. As you come out from behind maybe like a crushed statue or a stalagmite, it's just all of a sudden on you, and it's huge. It is like 20 foot tall, and then it looks like it's going to like wrap you up in itself.
Right, I net a potion.
Yeah.
Potion of Storm Giant Strength.
Okay, so that would be your action.
Yep. And then... as I draw that on 29. And that was bonus action.
If my airbrush is too loud, guys, do let me know, hoping that it's not.
And then I'll cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Is that a bonus action spell, is it?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so how does it look with your drow magic? How does Lolth bless you?
So, as I sort of draw my sword and take the potion, I think about protecting myself, and spiders quickly writhe over me and around me and web a shield around me.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Dragon School says, Richard, what airbrush are you using?
At the moment, I'm using my Owata Eclipse.
Ooh.
Because I forgot to check to make sure both my airbrushes were functioning before the session, and my other one is not working properly.
How do you check an airbrush? I just throw paint in it and see if it blows through.
You just put a bit of water in it and see if it goes through, and that one isn't going through.
Oh, well there you go. Okay, so that is all of yours done. You think Lolth can save you now? We're going to do 7 attacks, buddy.
Here we go.
I'm going to have to put the airbrush down for this. It bad. So, let's go with... I'm going to do the tail first. Because if I can get advantage on you from there, I think that's the smartest thing. Is she anything like the Naga I painted? Yes, a lot like that, but with this like really beautiful humanoid body, but with 6 arms and nothing but pure hate and anger in her soul. Okay, so that is a total of 17 to hit.
Miss.
Okay, they miss with the tail. Longsword 1. 14. Longsword 2. 28.
28.
28.
That hits.
Okay. Longsword 2. So I need to mark this one down because I'm going to have to keep an eye on this. So that's 2 attacks with the sword so far. So 1 hits. Attack 3 is a natural 20.
Oh, weird dick.
So I'm going to mark that one as a crit there because I have to do that damage separately. Attack 4. Oh my god, 27 to hit.
Yeah, that hit.
Okay. Attack 5. 13 plus 9 for a 22.
Misses.
Misses at a 22. And attack 6 is a natural 1. So, we've got 3 hits, the middle one being a crit. So the first one is going to be 2d8 plus 4, which I'm going to do on D&D Beyond. The first attack comes in, and are you carrying a shield?
Yeah.
Okay, so this first sword comes in, and it's one of the big ones with her upper arms, and you bring up the sword, and, like, it smashes into it. You're going to take 14 points of slashing damage as you buffer the attack, and it, like, pushes you back, and you have to, like, change your footing. The second attack, though, you're expecting the upper arm, and you're used to fighting 2-armed creatures. It raises up the left arm, but this middle arm slashes across your abdomen. That is going to be 2d8 maxed out is 16, plus 4 is 20. Then we're going to roll again. 20 plus minimum damage of 6. 26 points of slashing damage across your abdomen.
40 damage already.
Okay, and then the final attack is going to be... as it slashes, you then buckle forwards, and the third arm finally comes down and manages to catch you maybe on a pauldron or a bit of armor, which forces you down ever so slightly with another 10 points of slashing damage.
10?
Yep. So that's 50 fucking points of damage so far. Yeah, you know what I mean? This is bad. Like, it's one attack, and she's not bothered about being up close with you. To which end, that's their actions over. It is your go. Yeah.
Right. What is your rule of potions? Do you allow taking a potion as a bonus action?
For healing potions, I do. Because they're usually kept on the belt. But unfortunately, if you're getting out a different one, I usually go with, no, that is your action to slug that.
Okay, I will take my action to slug a potion of speed.
Yep.
I will then hit it. For an attack. 25 hit.
Okay, so if you're slugging a potion with an action, where's your attack coming from?
Is this a potion of speed?
Oh, so it gives you, it's like having haste. It gives you an extra action.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much. It's been a long time since I've had that potion.
Right, this is a fiend as well, isn't it?
Yes.
There's a 25 hit.
Okay, so AC of 18. Even with the reaction to parry, that would only take me to 23. So yes, it does.
Oh, okay, so max damage 22 plus... it takes 22, 33 points of damage.
33 points of damage. And how do you, like, what do you do when you attack?
So literally, as I raise up my shield and sort of recover from the blow and follow through and lead with my sword, dark webbing and begins to sort of etch along it, and a strange dark glow as I slash through and take the demon in its side.
Okay, and it like hits like the lower abdomen, like where it rises up and it's gonna like slash you again, and yeah, you hit part of like the snake tail. Ah, you little runt of a drow. Not even good enough for your own society. And then we'll look to murder you, realistically. Anything else from yourself?
No, that's all I can do at this time.
Okay. This is once more going to be bad. So, they are going to... Oh, happy birthday, Mrs. Dibbs.
Whose birthday?
Dibbs' wife.
Ah.
So...
Happy birthday, is it?
Once more, I'm going to try and get you with the tail. Yeah. Oh, it's off the table. Oh, 12 plus 9. 21.
Miss.
Miss with a 21. Okay. First sword attack. 10 plus 9 for a 19 is a miss.
Yep.
What is your AC? 22?
25.
25. Okay. So that's attack 1 with this thing. So 5 more attacks with the sword. 13 plus 9 for a 22. That's a miss. 19 plus 9 for a 28. That one's a hit. 2 more. 3 plus 9 is going to miss. And 9 plus 9 for an 18 is going to... Only one of them hits you. That is going to be 13 points of slashing damage. And I think maybe this is not that one of them miss, all of them miss but one, but maybe they're all like these like flurry of attacks, like slash, 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 that you are trying to like parry and block with your Holy Avenger and with your shield. But like you're still just taking that kind of like stamina damage at this point where you're just parrying them off or trying to block them. But that is 13 points, please, my friend, of slashing damage. It is your go. As for the topaz skin, this is where we're at so far. Come on, there we go. I actually really like that.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to cast Cure Light Wounds.
Okay. On the Marilith, yeah?
Yep. I'm going to cast it at 5th level on myself. I heal 27 health.
27, not bad.
Remember to click heal and not damage. And then I'm going to attack it.
So, Velvet Plum the Space Marine, hey B, how you doing? Has just popped in to say, hey guys, popping by real quick to say, hi, sorry I didn't get to see you at the weekend, Rich.
Oh, 2 seconds. Compressor. Who was that?
Velvet Plum, it's B. She said,
yes.
Sorry she didn't get to see you.
It was mad, to be honest, and trying to find anyone and see anyone was just insane.
Yeah, I bet. I'm sorry I couldn't be there as well. It would have been awesome to meet, especially with you and Leia. That'd have been very cool. How you doing, B? Haven't seen you for a while, actually, and I think I saw something like you're not using Instagram now. Which is fair enough. Is there anywhere else we can catch you? But yes, you're coming in with an attack then, Ricardo.
Yeah, so 29 to hit.
Yep, definitely going to hit.
20 points of damage.
20 points of damage.
Followed by a further 6 from the Holy Avenger.
And 6 from the Holy Avenger. Okay. Another brutal slash. And it's interesting. It's almost like in the back of your mind, you start to hear another person's voice, like this other female voice. Good. Good. Show me that my blessing is not wasted. Anything else from yourself?
No, that is... Oh, wait, what bonus action have I got? No, because I cast a weapon. Oh, no, I'm going to use one of my War Priest actions. So when I use the attack action, I can make a weapon attack as a bonus action. So I'm going to make another attack against it.
Yeah.
For 23.
Oh, you watch as this blessing comes in and you steady yourself. You wait for an opening and then you go to strike, but this like lower sword just ting parries it away with their reaction to stop that from hitting, I'm afraid. Yeah, deactivating at the end of the week, but not active on it currently just isn't good for my mental health. Yeah, fair enough. I'll drop you both my mobile number if you want to keep in touch. Oh, that'd be awesome. Dragon School Studios, hey, lovely. Yeah, please do, because you're fucking awesome at painting and you should absolutely be carrying on with that. And it'd be good to make sure you're all right as well. You're part of the community. So, that is the end of your go. The Marilith. How much hit points have I still got? Okay, I got plenty. They are going to... The lack of spells is annoying. I will say that. You've tanked more than I expected you to tank. So... It'll be fine for now. We're going to do one more reach around the sun. Yeah, so I'm going to come in again with that tail. We're going to try and... I just want to get hold of you. 6 plus 9. It's not going to hit you. So let's go in for the 6 attacks with the swords. 13 plus 9 for a 22. Misses, miss. Right? 6 is going to miss. 18 plus 9 for a 27.
Oh, 2 seconds. So I've got haste. How much added armor does haste give you?
I don't remember.
2 seconds. Yes.
Does it give you extra armor, the haste spell?
Yeah, gives you a +2 bonus to AC.
Nice. Velvet said she's loving these models, by the way, guys. Yeah, it's cast and play, isn't it?
Yeah, these was a cast and play.
She, sexy queen.
So I am 27 armor class.
What did I just hit you with?
I think it was 28.
Yeah, so I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you! And then there was one more. 14 plus 9 is for a 23. It's not going to hit. So just a 1 attack hits. Again, as you managed to parry so many of them. This time you are taking 13 points of slashing damage as they begin to chip away at your... Yeah.
13, not 132.
How are you going to paint... Because there's these tiny little scales all over her upper body. How are you going to paint those?
So what I might do is, depending on how neat I can get with this, might pop them in. If not, it will be a case of a light dry brush to possibly add something later.
Yeah, fair enough. Thanks, Mike. I've been feeling less and less like myself the longer I was on Instagram. Much more like myself now I've pulled back from it. And painting far more too. Awesome. Boy, Ian, leave my Rich alone. No. He's my Richard. I will destroy him. Yeah, as long as you're feeling better, that's all that matters. All that matters. We are all about mental health, and if there's anything we can do to help, please let us know. Right, I'm just trying to get the... I'm still working on skin tone at this point. But I think it is your go.
Can't see myself. There you go. That's mine so far.
So that's looking awesome. I am here. I like the difference between the topaz and the barbarian flesh. It makes a huge difference, like layering it up that way. Although when it comes to using the airbrush, do you go dark to light like normal, or do you go light to dark?
Dark to light.
So, an interesting thing I once got told was go light to dark on a lot of things. Like, do all your light areas, then spray your shadows in and stuff, which is why I usually do it the other way round.
That's great if you can reach the shadows.
Exactly, and that's why with this one I'm like, I'm going to do the flesh first.
You try doing the fucking shadows on that afterwards.
Yeah.
You know, you look at the back muscles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Ain't no way you're getting in there to do shadows on them.
Okay. But it is your go. That's the same, Velvet. I'm always...
My go?
Yeah.
Okay. What am I saying? Right. Roll to hit. 26.
Yep, gonna hit.
Bonus action, hit again.
Yep.
For a 28.
Yep, gonna hit.
So that is 15, 19, 25, 35. 35 damage.
Okay.
Plus... Oh, that's a bit shit. So 49 damage in total.
49 total. Okay. Starting to look pretty cut up, and you're seeing like this demonic blood pour out, but it's not pouring out like blood would. It's almost like it moves like spiders pouring out of her body. Just
That's
like you cut open that of an egg sac. Her go. She is going to.
Oh, no, sorry, and I'm actually going to hit again because I hasted.
Oh, extra action.
Yeah. For a natural 20.
Do it.
Okay, so that is 22, 32, 42, 42, 50, 60, 60, and Jesus feckin' Christ, 2 of them. 75 damage.
Okay. So, tell me how this slash looks. Like, what it is that you do in this one. You start seeing those spiders come out. It's not going to kill them, but they look bad now. You tell me how they look.
The spider. So what? So they say again. The spiders start to come out of the.
So every slash that you've done, instead of it being demonic blood, it looks like that to begin with. Then you realise it's like little baby spiders all pouring out and teeming out of this snake-like being. This weird juxtaposition of blood, and then you come in again with this devastating blow, and it is devastating, but they are still alive. How does it look?
Okay, so as I strike in, it's just... I'm not too sure what to think. Obviously, with spiders coming out, I am made to think of something else at work here, but if it's a test, I need to keep going. So I charge the sword and I ready myself for the next attack.
Yeah, as you just like cause this devastating blow. Vile creature. And they teleport away from you, 120 feet away. And man, I wish I could give this thing healing potions and spells. I would beef this up now with some spells. But they teleport away 120 feet, and you see them like maybe behind some of these like broken statues or broken rock formations. They're like slithering behind, and their eyes are just staying fixed upon you. Yeah, that is going to be their go. They're 120 feet away from you. It's up to you.
Okay. I pause for a moment. And then I cast... Forbiddance.
Okay.
So I create a ward against magical travel that protects up to 40,000 square feet of floor space to a height of 30 feet above the floor. The duration, creatures can't teleport into the area or use portals, such as those created by the gate spell, to enter the area. The spell proofs the area against planar travel and therefore prevents creatures from accessing the area by way of the astral plane, ethereal plane, Feywild, Shadowfell, or the plane shift spell.
Cool.
In addition, the spell damages types of creatures that you choose when you cast it. Choose one or more of the following: Celestials, Elementals, Fey, Fiends, and Undead. When a chosen creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there,
Yeah.
the creature takes 5d10 radiant or necrotic damage.
Okay. That's good. That's very, very good. That's a fucking ridiculous spell. Yeah. Anything else on your turn?
No, because I know it's in the area of effect, and I'm not gonna. I'm gonna prepare myself. I will use my additional action to hold my action to strike.
Okay. So, how's it look creating this area of effect? What marks this area for you?
As I sort of I begin to enchant, I hold my sword and I grip with my shield hand my holy symbol to Lolth. I mutter and sort of incant the spell. Sorry, my eyes glow briefly with this blue-black fog as the energy courses through my veins. Shadowy wreaths of spiderwebs course through me and into the ground and writhe out across.
How many square miles is this?
42,000 square feet.
Fucking hell. So 42,000 square feet of spider web, this ethereal-like spider web, just for a moment appears on the floor. No! Vile! Betrayer! And at the start of their go, please roll that fucking damage.
5d10 radiant, I think I said, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5d10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's some 9s and 8s. 29 radiant damage.
How does it die in your radiant fire?
Literally, as the webs are coursing through and it realises the effect of the spell, suddenly spiders burst out and begin to bite and burn it.
Well done. And it, as it falls apart, it does fall into webbing and spiders and good, you hear in your head. Good little male. Maybe you will be the one I am looking for. And we're going to end it there. That is the Marilith defeated. Well played, dude.
That was pretty cush, actually. That was quite a nice little fight.
Yeah, I was not expecting you to survive so long or win.
Neither was I.
Yeah, no, some bad rolls on my part, and that giant strength potion is going to help you out. Well done. So, have you ever used, standard question, a Marilith in your encounters before?
No, only because I haven't used demons as much, but guess what's going to be one of my forerunners now?
Oh, they're fucking great. Yeah. Velvet says she had all the faith in you, Richard.
Yeah, that's it.
So did I.
Honest gun?
Yeah, well done. So have any of you guys out there faced a Marilith before? Have you used them in D&D? Have you had them in your encounters? Let me know.
What's the time check?
You've got 31 minutes. Well, I'm still on flesh.
Yeah, I'm still on flesh.
It's interesting because I want to keep moving on, but then finding another bit, I'm like, oh no, that could be a bit lighter. I do think that the airbrush is the right way to go for this mini. It's a large mini, but also that skin tone, you want it to be really smooth. And yeah, I think that you were right to choose using the airbrush.
Had to be done.
So let's have a look at chat. I'm still trying to put this bloody bike together. Yep. Paint me like one of your Mariliths. Yeah, I think that you know, if I was going to die, and that's what's coming towards me, you know what? Happy death. I think she's stunning. keep finding like the underside of hands that I've left black. Is that all you've done, Pasty? Yeah, it really is. Airbrushing is not my speed painting. It's not my forte. How are you getting on, Richard?
Nearly finished with the flesh.
Oh, so you're still on flesh as well?
Yeah.
I think with 28 minutes left to go, it's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, I'm going to clear out the airbrushing now and then start trying to find... I don't know whether to go for, like... I might go for the body next. I don't know. It's hard to work out which way round I need to do things. How's Beardy doing, Dibs asks?
I'm doing alright. I'm just trying to... Last little touch-up to the flesh.
So yeah, B, I'm guessing that you are still definitely painting then, since you said that earlier, but I assume that you are just keeping it pretty personal for the moment and not doing it for the sake of the likes and clicks and stuff then. And hopefully it means we get to see you either here in the community or, you know, I don't know if you're carrying on with Twitch or not, or if you're shutting down all of the socials. You should have like a secret Instagram, or make it private and only have people that are like part of your community or that you choose to have there. That way you're only painting for you that way. Or even if it's a different social media. So, let's find some green. Oh, coffee. Forgot about that. Which green are we going with? A WhatsApp group? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that could be cool. Maybe the angel green? So yeah, I'm going to use angel green on the body. Keeping my private social going, have Snapchat going instead of a confidence page, yeah, and just giving my number to people I have made real connections with and will miss if I don't have my page active. Yeah, I think that's exactly the way to do it. Yeah, good for you. I think that is perfect. I would advise anybody using an airbrush in a closed room to wear a respirator. Obviously, I'm not right now, and neither's Richard. But it's hard to talk to you through one.
I have opened all my windows and my balcony door in preparation, though.
I have closed all of mine. Because currently there are builders next door, and it's loud, and these mics pick up everything. B, are you on WhatsApp? And we'll sort out a WhatsApp group. Have a birthday weekend coming up with... Ah, me paints and Millie paints in August, so I'm excited for that. That's amazing. They're really, really cool. Okay. Time to hit this green up. So, right, my quick pop-in lasted for longer than planned, but you gorgeous pair got me monologuing. Nice, you sly dogs. drop me a DM to remind me to send my number. Yeah, will do. I'll probably do it right now, if I'm being honest, because I am so shittily forgetful. But yeah, B, if you're on WhatsApp, let's start a WhatsApp group just for painting and stuff like that, because I think that could be really cool. I will DM you now. There you go. I've messaged you with my number. Catch you guys soon. Bye, chat. Thanks for being good eggs. Yeah, thank you, B. I hope that you start feeling better soon. Okay, so the green is actually going on really well. What colour are you going to do the tabards and the clothing?
I've got a really nice one called Fuck Knows.
Yeah, I think I'm using the same one.
It does work for me, though.
Well, Kim's white on her Thousand Suns last night got me really wanting to do, like, greys and whites on everything. And I'm like...
As you do.
Yeah. Dib says, is that cherry mead you're drinking, Richard?
Oh, God, no, I wish. I forgot to go and get one.
God, mead's so dangerous. Like, it's like I'm drinking juice and I'm drunk. Okay.
Right, okay, I am done on the flesh.
So, in terms of mine now... Oh, that's looking awesome. That's very cool. I have flesh done, and now I have the green of the upper scale, well, the main body scales done. I need to go in with a cream coloured or a bone colour for the underside of that snake. And the tabards. Herbalist, I'm sorry. Nah, stop being so good, you. Jake is back in York for a week from Sunday. He can grab you a bottle. Pale yellow.
Yeah, I might have to get him to do that then.
Tempted to bring some of that up onto the lower abdomen as well, actually, that green. Maybe some of the underside of those muscles. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually going to do it the same way I did Orxula. So, I'm coming in from underneath with the green on the flesh now. And then I'm going to re-go over the flesh from the top with the flesh colours. And then hopefully what that'll do is that'll blend the green and the flesh together again.
Are you doing crazy stuff, are you?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I? Agreed, the Thousand Suns she's working on are amazing. Oh, thanks, guys. Sorry, Pale Yale was meant to be about the belly. Yeah, I probably will do something like that, Dibs. I like your thoughts. Yeah, okay, cool. So, let's clear out the airbrush. I don't know we've spoken about this on other shows before, but like, how do you clear your airbrush between different colours?
I've got a big old bottle of water, and I just fill up a whole pot of water and get it through.
Yeah, I do a little rinse out, and then I do this where I'd like dip it into some water, leave the nozzle in, and then just pull back on the nozzle and like flush through some basic bitch water. Run it through again, out in the open so we can see that green leaving it. Just a case of repeat. Well, rinse and repeat! Auto mod stop divs from putting the word blowjob in. He gives it a blowjob. No, it didn't kill my last airbrush. It was because I left it actually properly unclean after the end of the painting session. That's what killed my last airbrush. To which end, it's not fully dead. I could replace the nozzle, but actually it makes a great priming brush now, because I can just bang primer into it, and away we go. So it's still got some green coming out of there, but that's fine, because now I'm going to use some cleaner, or airbrush thinner even, and that's where I'm going to thin it out and push that through. So, Eamon Ishtar, hello, welcome back. You've missed the fight. We were fighting the Marilith, and Richard slayed it with a level 12 Drow Cleric. Otherwise, how the devil? How's it going? I've got a cleaner part, put water or cleaner in it and stick the gun part in the hole and turn on the airbrush. Yeah, exactly that. Just running it through so that it's got basically water, something clear running through it, just to either thin it out or to yeah, give you a separation between it. Sometimes if it's a similar colour, I will just end up letting it pretty much drain out, putting the next one in, and then going from there. So there we go. So we've now got some clear going through. Although I will say, like, since I've had a black cutting mat beneath me for painting on, I very much enjoy just testing out the airbrush on that instead now, because I can see how thin it is and how particled it is. I'm currently on a 0.2 needle, I think. But I've got it set...
That's bloody thin.
Well, remember this is a shit airbrush. So what I can actually do is I can twist this, which is obviously the amount that you're allowed to pull the needle back by. And it basically goes between the same aperture at the end, which is essentially a 0.5, but the 0.2 needle goes further into it. And then I just release it a bit further. So I don't really need to change out the needle, I find. Yeah, because if I tighten it up, there you go, really thin, nice and coarse. Not coarse, nice and smooth. And I can really come in from the top now. See those little tiny trigger pulls. I especially want to make sure I get the face back to being mostly flesh colour, because obviously her face is like angled down. So whereas I've hit it with the green from underneath, now her face is mostly green. I want to try and get that back, so it will come underneath again on the face, and hopefully just leave the recesses being very green. You got 14 minutes. How you doing?
So. As I said, I'm not going to get it finished.
No, neither am I. No way in hell. but we are back to being on point with the flesh again. So, my flesh, which has got an ever so slight green to the underneath of it, just like the main scales of the top of the body, and then from the top it should be completely flesh. And that's what I want. Ian, tell Rich that chrome is awesome on Wolverine's claws. Richard, chrome is awesome on Wolverine's claws. Is that the reflective chrome paints, like the Green Stuff World ones? Like
we found an AK. We found an AK one.
Nice.
The AK interactive with it.
Yeah, I know. I really wanted to see them. Like, hey, I'm the guy that won the paints. But I wasn't there. I wasn't there, Richard.
You weren't there, man. You weren't there.
I weren't there, man. I weren't there. Okay. I would like that back ring to be red. Yeah. How are you going to do the hair?
Paintbrush.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to have to try and mix up a bony...
This is the one bugbear of using airbrushes, though, because my airbrush is now clogged.
Oh, really?
I'm using metallics.
Oh, right. Although the Turbo Dog don't seem to clog up my airbrush.
This one has.
Oh, really?
Mm.
So I'm actually going to add some onyx skin to my flesh tones to create a brown that I might go underneath on the snake body with. So release that back a bit. You would like a red back ring. You into pegging now. I'm not here to kink shame.
I don't need to guess as to who that was.
It was totally anybody but Dibs.
Anybody,
That's still too similar to the original flesh, actually. So I'm going to add some yellow to it. Hopefully we'll end up with a pale yellowish brown. Dibs just said he sent me some pictures on Instagram, and it's not his red back ring.
God, I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not too. Can you imagine what that thing looks like?
All that.
Like a blown out tyre on the side of the M1. Ah, Dibs. You need to get that checked out, mate. I think I've mixed up the perfect, exact same colour, desert yellow. Yeah. Look at that.
Fuck yeah.
Didn't mean to. Had the colour already.
Just did it.
But I still did it. So yeah, I must know some colour theory.
Still, I know feck all.
Okay, I need to tighten that up a bit. I tried to, but the dock had to go too. Had to go too. Ooh, too far. Right, there we go. So, how's everybody else doing today? What are you guys up to? I think that's the right colour. Let's grab some more music. You've got 9 minutes. Let's grab that one there. I spent ages mixing a green for the Doomslayer, and after I painted it, I realised I already had the exact same colour. I do it all the time. But actually, it's one of the things I do, especially when airbrushing, whenever I do get to it, is I roughly know what colour I want. And yeah, cool, I want to get towards Desert Yellow. But instead of clearing it out, if I think I can mix towards that colour, I will mix just to try and get to it, rather than waste the paint that's already in there. I'm building whilst painting Wolverine on the Holly. I'm having a coffee because I'm tired as fuck and contemplating painting for an hour before the kiddos get home. Yeah, I'm really tired today as well. Like, I had a great time last night, and I'm sure we'll get used to it, but, like, fuck, I'm exhausted today. Like, properly exhausted. Like, I slept all morning, and that's rare for me. So I need to go take the doggo out for a big old walk. Go to the top of the hill, take her for a swim.
Fetch a pail of water.
Come back down the hill. Crack my noggin.
And some bird comes tumbling up.
Aww. What were Jack and Jill up to, eh?
Bunch of dirty, frolicking bastards.
I'm very old. 11 PM is my late night for me. Yeah, it's for me these days. And then I go to bed and don't sleep.
It's late for me to be adult functioning and not just doing whatever the fuck I'm doing.
Masking away. But I'm okay with it. I really enjoyed last night and I want to do more. Okay. So, as for colour-wise, I think that's definitely the right way to go underneath. Got that nice difference between them.
I love that.
Yeah. I'm all on board. I like. But I do need to go back to some green and just tidy that up a little bit. But what I might do is actually use a brown ink. Do some shading straight away. 11 PM is when my brain is suddenly awake. Yep. I know that feeling. But my body be like, no. I'm glad we all had a good time. Yeah, I had a great time, Craig. Me too, Z. I don't usually have my tea until midnight. Yeah. My problem as well is, like, I fell into a habit of eating really late at night for a long time. So now I'm, like, naturally hungry at that time. And even if I'm not hungry, the anticipation of food, I'm like, you know, I could just have a pizza at 12 o'clock at night. Which is where the problems begin, really, isn't it?
Just a few of them.
Yeah. Like last night, I got back in. I was like, I'm going to go up to bed. And I just looked across at, like, my nachos and, like, my stuff for making nacho cheese sauce. I was like, I could just make those right now and eat a whole bag of fucking nachos. It's like, no, go to bed, Ian. Go to bed.
Nachos.
I'll have them later, don't worry. Okay. I need to clear out the rest of this brush. Oh, with 6 minutes left to go.
I have been somewhat delayed by a blockage.
Been delayed by a combat.
Yeah, that too.
I just want... I think if I could potentially get another hour, I think I'd be tabletop ready. And that's just to quickly smash out paint on that magic ring towards her back, and the I'm not going to be able to say back ring now without thinking of Dibs.
Dibs' voice in your mind. Going,
Yeah.
Where's your back ring?
Yeah, exactly. What a creepy dude. Creepy dude. Yeah, I think another hour and I'd be able to get this tabletop ready. But now that I've gone this far with the airbrush, I would like to carry on getting that smooth paint done. Really want to get into those eyes as well. Right, I'm going to grab some of my sepia, which is an ink by De La Rowney. It's an acrylic ink, and this stuff is fucking awesome through an airbrush because it is so transparent. It's great for shadows, and this is everything I do with my airbrush. So it's quite a wide spray at the moment, so I'm going to tighten that one up.
What was the central scales? They were, what colour were they?
Sorry, which ones? What on mine?
Yeah, chest scales. What have you gone for?
That's basically desert yellow from Fanatics. And I'm hitting the shadows on this now, especially between the yellow and the green, so we get a nice blend. That's my plan anyway. To be something like that. And then I'll probably, just where those two bits of body meet, come back in with a little bit of a brush of the green, just to hit the scales. But I also want to hit it with the Turbo Dork greens on top of the scales. There's so much you could do with this. What have you managed to get?
So, with my last little bit of my Turbo Dork metallic green, I mixed in yellow, that desert yellow you were on about, and a bit of medium.
Nice.
Just in the middle there.
Ooh, 2 minutes and I got cocky. Why do I do this?
Because you wouldn't be Ian without doing it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be, would I? I decided to use that ink on the hair.
You went for the hair, trying to brush the hair.
Yeah, it actually kind of worked. And now what I'm going to do is redo the face again with some regular ink, not regular ink, with the flesh colours. And what's quite fun is I do have a flesh coloured ink. I'm wondering if I should put that on it, but I'm going to keep it simple, go back to what I had originally. Right. Oh, we're in the 1 minute mark.
I'm not tabletop ready, but I've got the majority done.
Yeah, I think I've got the bulk of the base coating done. I think for this particular show, something as complex as this, a lot harder to do than I would imagine a dragon.
See, the benefit of dragons is it's large scape, even with an airbrush.
Yeah.
It's a case of it's
Done.
a bit of an angle.
Ian, we were looking at the villainy inks at the expo. Do you know anything about them?
Yeah, the villainy inks were there.
No, I do not.
And I was tempted by them. But Dwayne and I were talking, the problem is we've not seen them much. And I talked myself out of it because it's not not knowing what, like as Dwayne had said, we haven't seen them really tested, so.
Yeah, and that's a big part of it, really, I guess, is being able to know if something is done. But then if you don't give something a chance...
It was £80 for a set, so it was...
Fucking hell. That's quite a big chance. That's your time, buddy.
It's me done.
Clearing the brush. Yeah, cool. So, an hour in. How are you looking? See, that's not bad. Like, I think with having that yellow on there as well, it really is starting to pull it together. And I think for an hour painting, that's fucking dope. That's really coming together. I'm definitely going to be finishing this one off camera, and I know we say that all the time, but I'm actually going to sit down and paint this one because I want it finished. As for me, we are looking at a muted version, but without the metallic so far. We have the face coming back in, and then I can probably use a contrast on the hair now.
Let's say get that separated.
Yeah, but then the base tones of the body are done. But I'm definitely going to be using Turbo Dork on that one as well for those scales, especially. Just going to try and bring that camera back down to focus here. Yeah. I think if I'd have done this with a brush, let's see if we can get that camera back. There we go. I may have been able to do a very shoddy tabletop within the hour.
I wouldn't have been able to, with a brush, I would not have been able to get done in an hour.
I don't think I'd be as happy with the skin and stuff.
No, because I would have had to have gone contrast, dry brush.
Yeah, exactly that. And mine would have just been dry brush, hope for the best. But there's so many little details on this that actually I'm glad that I haven't done that. So I think that the Marilith, the cast and play Marilith, certainly was not doable in the hour for both airbrush and or brush realistically. The monster itself, hopefully you guys have learned something about it, and it's fucking insane. Yeah, thank you so much. Let's see what's going on in chat. Dibs, didn't get them, but I did accidentally get a set of Artist Opus here. Too nice to use, though. Everybody keeps saying that, and I'm just going to keep using my cheap ones. Zizi, I'm not going to be here next week because Download, Rich, the PC in my... Hang on. I'm not going to be here next week because Download, Rich.
Ooh, Download, yeah. Music Festival.
Yeah, no, it's just the comment that got me there, because name the PC in my honor and try not to get me killed. Right, PC is in player character. I was like, name the PC? Like, your computer? That's weird. I don't know what's going on there.
It will be done. I'll kid it out especially.
Yeah. What is next week is the good question. Dragon Skull, I have a set as well and haven't used them. I mean, if you want to send them to me, I'll trash them for you. What's next week, Richard? The Nalfishni.
The bless you, mate. What is it?
The Nalfishni.
Okay.
It's the weird Bebop Rocksteady pig-looking thing.
Oh, that fucking thing.
Yeah. Nalfishni. It is a CR13.
The 13.
Yeah. Oh, this could be fun. Yeah. So, that's going to be next week, that weird, horrible pig goat demon. As for everybody else here in chat, thank you so much. Still got chat going on here. I have a set as well, I haven't used them yet. The bloke told me to use them and they will instantly up my game, but clean them properly. Hey, I agree. I wasn't going to get them, but I tried my treated my chosen family to stuff, so it was a treat to me. Yeah, good for you. Treat yourself to stuff, Dibs, please. Yeah, guys, we're going to close down the stream. That is it from us this week. We will be back next week for the Nalfishni. And yeah, thank you ever so much. I'll be back on Monday for Starfinder. I probably won't be back to stream this week because I've got a lot of dice to get sanded and polished. Yeah, thank you so much. We'll see you in a week. Take it easy, guys, and may those dice gods be ever in your favor. See you later.